Bob, how important was it to complete one of these sweeps and to do it against a team like the Rangers?
Yeah, I think, not only to get a sweep here at home, weekend, sold out crowds, and against a team that's scored, 60 more runs than anybody else in the American League. So they're down a couple of guys, but it's a really good team and should be, a confidence boost for us.
Another prototypical Blake Snell start, it seems like. Is he on his way to maybe a second consecutive Pitcher of the Month award?
Yeah, look, he's throwing he's having to work a little harder the last 3 games than he did probably the previous 5 or 6 before, but it's tough to put him in play, and it's tough to put him in play with hard contact. So, they made him work a little bit, got him out after 5, but keeps doing 0 and 1 runs all the time, and that gives you a chance to win.
Gary Sanchez doing it behind the plate and at the dish.
Yeah.
Is this the epitome of what you anticipate out of what he can contribute?
I mean, look, I think the most impressive thing for me is how he's caught Blake, and how many times with runners on is he blocking balls in the dirt and doing it easily and multiple times. Those balls get away, it's a whole different story sometimes, and it's a difficult thing to do for a catcher with guys on third base, multiple runners on base, knowing that he's going to throw these balls in the dirt, and he's very calm in how he does it, and it's really impressive. But obviously a great offensive day for him too, and since he's been here, he's been key for us wherever he hits in the lineup.
Any update on Ha-Seong Kim?
Yeah, jammed right shoulder. Did it sliding at the plate. It's day to day right now. I think tomorrow is going to be a key day to see how he comes in. My guess is he won't play tomorrow, but hopefully it's not too long.
Did you think the ball carried Huff into the line and that all was above board on that play?
It did. It looked to me like the ball got, took him there. I mean, he's safe, so it's regardless, it's going to be safe. But it looked like it to me. I don't love the whole blocking the plate thing to begin with, but glad he was safe.
Do you go with this catcher DH thing forever? Do you have any qualms about these guys being in the lineup every day and not getting rest?
Well, they're getting rest on the DH days, so in that respect, and a lot of it has to do with the lefties that we've been seeing as well. Campy was swinging great, and against righties too, trying to play a hot hand. We're doing the best we can every day here because every game's important to us. We do have 2 out of 3 lefties coming up here too. Some point in time, I got to get Carp some at bats. There's no doubt about that. But he understands the situation, and he's been great about it.
How do you kind of explain the value of Kim? You finally got somebody at the top of the lineup. He's hit as well as almost anybody in July, and he's turned in exactly what you need, and then he gets hurt today.
Yeah, look, you're going to have injuries, and so, in talking to him, he says he's going to be fine, and, you hope that's the case. It didn't look great at the time. You're just hoping it wasn't a sublex or dislocated or something like that. Indications are not at this point. But yeah, you're exactly right. Since he's been in the leadoff spot, he's been as good as any leadoff hitter in the game. So whether it's getting on base, whether it's getting key hits, he's doing it all and playing great defense. So if he was out for a significant period of time, that would not help. But hopefully, it's not long before he's in there.
People talk about your big 4, but how do you explain his value, and how did he get to this point? When he first arrived, people thought he couldn't hit major league fastballs, and he's developed maybe faster than people thought.
Not me. I mean, coming over, I was really excited. We looked at some of the analytic numbers before I came over here and saw certainly the value of the defense. Now, hitting 30 home runs in any league shows that you have some ability there. I think it was just him accepting himself as a good major league player, and then from that point on, he's just taken off. And then, the more he gets, last year was a key year for him. We're hitting him up in the lineup now. Originally it was against lefties, and just the more you give him and the more he's taken, and he just believes in himself now. After what was a hard year for him, not playing a whole lot his first year.
Did you get tests on it, and how confident are you that it's not one of those bigger things that you mentioned?
From what we're talking to the doctors and so forth, they're telling me it's not. I don't know what tests he had, but they gave me the day-to-day and the jammed shoulder, so hopefully that's all it is.
Obviously, you're focusing on what is in front of you and what you can control here, but it being this time on the calendar, do you believe in kind of making a statement of kind of what this organization should be doing at the deadline, or the fact that you should keep this group together with what you did this weekend?
Yeah, I try not to pay much attention to it, so I haven't heard a whole lot. Obviously, everybody's playing here, so we do keep this group together because we still think we have a good chance.
Gary's been swinging the bat especially hot since the break and since Campisano's been here. How much do you think maybe having like a true timeshare behind the plays maybe help keeping his bat fresh?
Well, I think, he got off to such a hot start for us offensively, and he was catching every single game, day games after night games. It has helped him some that he's been able to DH and not have to catch every day.
Was using your late game relievers last night, a 4-run game, mostly about just getting them work when some of them hadn't really pitched in a while? And what did you make of the way they bounced back and pitched today?
Yeah, it was more about winning a game. So, I mean, you always, with a 4-run lead, it's always kind of, what do you do with the closer, with the 3-batter minimum? Sometimes it's a little more difficult. But 2 days in a row, I wasn't worried about that today, and they all bounced back today. We'll see what's available tomorrow. But we need to win this game today, and Colorado's a place where we should be able to score some runs.